Hi Wildcats, I'm Kim Ralston here at the K-State Alumni Association, and we are live again today featuring topics regarding the K-State Alumni Career Services. I'm here again with Deb Rodenbachab, our K-State Alumni Career Consultant, who will be talking a little bit later about some prep tips for interviews. And our special guest today is Carrie Day Keller. She's the director at the K-State Career Center. She's going to be talking about a great online resource that the Career Center offers called Handshake. It's available to alumni, students, and employers. And just a quick reminder, we will be watching for your live questions and comments. So if you have any while we're talking about these topics today, send them through and we'll get to yours as soon as we can. With that, Carrie, I'll let you dive right into Handshake.
Well, great. So Handshake is a new online one-stop shop tool that we are using in the Career Center to connect employers and K-State alumni and K-State students. And it's a great online tool that regardless of where you are in the country or the world, you can connect, we can connect our employers with students and alumni. Employers can post jobs, employers can register for career fairs, they can search for candidates, they can promote both in-person, on-campus information sessions. Recently, we even had one of the first virtual information sessions that the Handshake system helped facilitate. And our students then, on the other end of the equation, are able to access and review job listings for full-time employment as well as internships and also part-time employment in the Manhattan community and on the K-State campus. They can schedule interviews. They can also search employers and they can also review employers that are coming to career fairs. And then another thing we were really excited about that we launched this fall was that students could set up appointments now online via an online method with our career advisors. Okay. So it's very convenient, easy for both employers and students or alumni to use.
Very cool. For those who aren't familiar with Handshake, is it something that's pretty popular, especially amongst, are there a lot of employers using it? Are there a lot of other universities using it? What do we know about that?
Well, right now, Handshake has indicated that there are about 200,000 employers that are utilizing their platform. Right now there are about 400 universities across the country that are also utilizing Handshake as their talent recruitment platform. And so we're excited in that even in the first few months of launching Handshake, we've already had about 7,000 K-State students and some alumni have activated their accounts and logged into Handshake.
That's
so
great.
That's very exciting for a new product.
That's really great, yeah. And what kind of jobs and what kind of employers are people going to be seeing when they log into Handshake?
Well, one of the really nice things about Handshake is we have access to employers that are not only recruiting K-State specifically, but some employers that are recruiting from multiple schools across the country. And so it's wonderful in that if you are recruiting chemists or accountants or engineers or agronomists or artists, all of those kinds of opportunities are available, both from employers that may have K-State connections and those that we value having our partnership with the Alumni Association. And so we're able to drive any Handshake potential users to the Career Center website, which I think we'll be sharing, but it's ksu.edu/career center. Mm-hmm. And there is information on our homepage, whether you're an employer, a student, or an alum. Okay. For a student, one of the great things is that they can log in with their student ID and single sign-on, so they don't have to remember a whole nother password. If you are an alum, you just need to have your constituent ID and then register via the Alumni Career Services webpage, and then you have free access to Handshake. Employers also have free access to be able to post jobs and do many things through the Handshake system. We do have fees associated with our career fairs, but those would be just opt-in kinds of fees for employers.
Okay, great. And for anyone who heard that remark about a constituent ID for alumni, if you have any issues, if you don't know what it is, or you can just call us here at the Alumni Center and we can find that for you pretty quickly. Let's see. Any other advice or suggestions for using Handshake? Anything else you want to let people know about it?
Well, what else would I like them to know? I guess I haven't really emphasized, I mentioned in terms of employers, career fairs, but one of the things for students that we have coming up in the spring semester are a series of career fairs. And so we love that students can be they're able to go into Handshake and look at who's coming way in advance of the career fairs. Matter of fact, at the end of January, we have our agri-industry career fair that's already planned, and I think we've got over 40 employers already registered. So, and those are employers that an alum can go in and see who's coming, as well as our students, and get a sense of what employers are recruiting here at K-State.
Okay, that's really great. Awesome. Great information, Carrie. So as we look at Handshake, and again, the website you can find out more information or sign up is ksu.edu/career center. You could also send questions to Carrie and the Career Center at this email address listed right here behind me. As we talk about getting through the job search process, the posting process, and hopefully after you get through all that, you're going to nail the interview. And so we have Deb here to talk to us about some really great prep tips for interviews. And Deb, go ahead.
Well, I'd like to mention that we've had a busy year since I've started this position in February. We've had consults from K-Staters, all but 3 states in the U.S. So just so that our listeners and viewers know, this is something that is available to anyone globally. We conduct a lot of these consults in person, but mainly majority are really by phone and can be done by Skype as well. Really but a few things I wanted to mention too is that we are able to conduct mock interviews. I do this here with the alumni, and Carrie and her team, they do the same thing through the career services on campus. These are great exercises to really walk through what that interview is going to feel like, and the experience over and over, that practice really does make a difference. One other thing I'd like to emphasize again, I think I mentioned this in a prior session, was the importance of that LinkedIn profile. I just hear and see more and more that we have candidates who do not have a LinkedIn presence at all. So that profile is important. It needs to really shine and glow, because about 95% of employers do review the LinkedIn profiles of those candidates.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
And also, if I could mention some employers' input as far as what are considered rock star characteristics for job candidates. And I think this is really good for anyone out there who's looking for a new position to keep in mind. Here's what employers really want. They're looking for that passion, the coachability, someone who's able to accept feedback and really enhance the performance within that position there. The ability to work as a team member is really important. Work ethic, and I think we have all of those characteristics are so well represented within our K-Staters. We have so many employers who really seek out K-Staters because of all of these very things, that positivity, coachability, all of those elements that we know we have with our K-State grads and alumni for sure.
That's great. That's wonderful. So with that, doesn't look like we've had any live questions come in, but I hope that you have a great takeaway from this. We're going to get you logged in and signed up for Handshake so you can find the jobs and the interviews you need. Then you can get a hold of Deb. Here is her email address, and get some great mock interview stuff set up, some additional, more in-depth prep tips for interviews from Deb. And if you have any additional questions for us, of course, feel free to leave those in the comments. We'll follow up. And we just want to say thanks for watching today.